Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to talk about some issues that I've had with my Ronin EMP 9mm pistol. I had some failure to feed issues at the range the other day, and it actually damaged the frame and took a chunk out. So you see that shiny piece of metal right here? That's the part that's been damaged. So on this model, the feed ramp is part of the barrel. So if I move the barrel, you see how it moved the feed ramp? So on my full-size 1911s, it's different than that. So I have the full-size Ronin 45 right here. So you see the frame has the feed ramp, and then the barrel doesn't have the feed ramp. So the feed ramp is part of the frame here, whereas in this model here, the feed ramp is part of the barrel. And you can clearly feel a ledge between where the feed ramp is and the frame. So if I go like this, I can definitely catch my thumbnail on the material there. So I think that it should be flush. Other people have complained about issues with the magazines. Well, I'll disassemble this and then we'll show these are the EMP magazines, and I'll show the magazines in the frame here so we can get a better idea of what it looks like. Okay, I have it disassembled here to show you some of the damage to the frame. So the repeated failures to feed, it was hitting right here, and you can see that it took a chunk out of the material, and you can see that it's completely equidistant on each side. So it was hitting it perfectly over and over and over again. So I think there's an issue with the tolerance. I'm not sure it's the magazines. Other people have said they've had issues with the magazines. Now these magazines, they say made in Italy on them, and these are Mekgar ones, and they should be high quality. I have a lot of other Mekgar magazines for Springfield Armory and CZ, but these are supposed to fit 9, and really only 8 will work. I think there's too much of a space issue. When you have 9, you really have to force the magazine in there. Like, you really have to hit it up in there. So there is a little bit of issues, I think, with the fitment of the magazine, but I think the bigger issue has to do with the fitment of the feed ramp to the frame, because it's a different design than here on this 1911, where the feed ramp is part of the frame. Here, the feed ramp is part of the barrel. So this isn't a miniature 1911. This is a little bit of a different design. So I think that there's a little bit issue here with the machining, that some of the material needs to be removed here to have better clearance to get the cartridge to the feed ramp. So the magazines, obviously when it's at the very top, the cartridge sticking up here, the cartridge should go right in there, right? Well, it's not even getting to that part. It's not cycling, and it's getting stuck against the frame here, which doesn't really happen in these ones because, well, the feed ramp is part of the frame on this one. So a little bit different design. It's not the ammo. I've used the same ammo for several years now, and I did take the ammo out of these magazines. I have 6 of these, and I put it in my Glock 43 magazines and ran it through my Glock 43 that I was carrying. No issues with the ammo whatsoever. So I definitely don't think it's an ammo issue, because other people have made comments that they had issues with failure to feed and with the magazines not fitting 9 like they say on the website. But at the same time, this is just my opinion. I'm not a gunsmith. We'll see what Springfield Armory says. They did respond, and I did send them some pictures. So they're going to respond tomorrow, I think, and they said something about like an authorization for return. This is the first time I've ever done anything like this. I have like 6 Springfield Armory 1911s, full-size 45s, had no issues with them whatsoever, but this thing has been a pain. I don't think it's the ammo. Like I said, I use the same ammo for years. I use it in 9 and in 45 and through different manufacturers' pistols, SIG, CZ, Springfield Armory. I have it in the Hellcat Pro. It works just fine. So it's definitely not an ammo issue. I definitely think it's the fit and finish and kind of the design with the feed ramp being part of the barrel here and it not fitting up perfectly with the frame. And there's definitely a ledge that you can feel when it's put all together. But like I said, not a gunsmith. This is just my opinion. We'll see what happens when Springfield Armory responds tomorrow. Thanks for watching. I'll keep you updated.